Digital India Program. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Digital India Week on July 1st, 2015. He pushed for a productive use of technology and social media and said it could potentially transform lives of all people. Digital India is in fact going to be the backbone of e-governance of the country, which is attempting to deliver timely, quick and direct public services in a transparent manner to the doorstep of a common man. It would promote inclusive growth, production devices and ultimately manufacturing and produce job opportunities. The ultimate aim of the digital vision would be the minimum government and maximum governance. Even though India is known as a powerhouse of software, the availability of electronic government services to citizens is still comparatively low. The digital vision would promote inclusive growth and it would cover electronic services, products, devices, manufacturing and job opportunities as said before. India in the 21st century must strive to meet the aspirations of its citizens, and where the government and its services should reach the doorsteps of the citizens and contribute towards a long-lasting positive impact. Digital India, in fact, is the need and demand of the time. The time demands that we understand this change. Otherwise, we will continue to live in the same way as people did centuries ago. Earlier, people were living in the riverbanks or at the seaside. Times have now changed. Now the human race will settle where they have access to optical fiber. India's strength lies in 1.25 billion population. More than that, we have 65% of population which is less than 35 years age. We have a huge working and potentially productive population. Therefore, we have world's biggest demographic dividend which no other country including China has. Therefore, the country needs to be prepared. Today, in our country, there are more than 25 million internet users. This is a large number, but still very large section of the country remains unconnected with the internet. This is because the gap between the rich and the poor, city and village, exists. Only technology can bring down the gap and remove the poverty and the imbalance. Therefore, we must develop a systems, and this system should provide a minimum government and maximum governance. It is in this situation where citizen would get his right to government services. In this context, mobiles will play a major role. It is a mobile governance which will make available the services to a citizen. Digital technology and the governance will affect all walks of life in future. It would include the way children would study through tablets and PCs instead of carrying volumes of books on their tender shoulders. The satellite technology will render weather forecast correctly so that directly it benefits the poor farmers. In the times to come, the banking business is going to be driven by our mobile phone. The industrial revolution did not benefit us, but today the IT revolution is beckoning us and it is at our doorsteps, and IT will definitely change our lifestyle. The IT technology can also reduce our import burden. Petroleum import is our compulsion. Now, It is regrettable that the second highest import is electronic goods. We are a country where so many IT professionals are available and we can make them in India and thus reduce our import burden. We'll probably be number 2 of the US in the startup companies through our innovative technicians who are spread all over India. Now let us see how the Digital India and the digital applications would play their role in day-to-day life. let us understand some basic technological methods and technologies involved in making of digital India. The high-speed internet as a core utility should be made available. High-speed internet as a core utility shall be made available in all Gram Panchayats. Cradle to grave, and there is a digital identity which is unique. That is cradle to grave digital identity. That is unique, lifelong, online and authenticable. Mobile phone and bank account would enable participation in a digital and a financial space at individual level. Further, easy access to a common service center within their locality would be the key feature. The shareable private space on public cloud would be made available, and it is going to be safe and secure cyber space in the country. The scope of Digital India. The overall scope of this program is very simple. It will prepare India for a knowledge future. It will be making technology central so that it enables the change. In this Digital India program, we can say that there are 9 pillars of Digital India program. They are broadband highways, universal access to mobile connectivity, public internet access program, e-governance, that is reforming government. There is going to be e-Kranti, electronic delivery of services. Then there is information for all, electronics in the manufacturing, IT for jobs, and early harvest programs. Now let us understand what is the overall approach and methodology for Digital India. One is, first and foremost, first of all, the ministries, departments and the states would fully leverage the common and support of information communication technology, that is ICT infrastructure, which is established by the Government of India. Secondly, the existing and the ongoing e-governance initiatives would be revamped and they will be aligned with the principles of the Digital India. The third approach is the scope and enhancement process, re-engineering, use of integrated and interoperable systems and deployment of emergency technologies. For example, cloud and mobile services would be undertaken to enhance delivery of government services to the citizens. The fourth approach would be the states would be given a flexibility to identify and inclusion of additional state specific projects which are relevant to their socio-economic needs. And e-governance would be promoted through a centralized initiative to the extent necessary, and this would ensure citizen-centric service orientation. The sixth approach would be that the success would be identified and their replication would be promoted proactively. Public-private partnership would be preferred wherever feasible, and there would be adoption of a unique ID that would be promoted to facilitate identification, authentication, and delivery of benefits. Further, there would be a restructuring of National Information Communication Network that would be undertaken, and it would strengthen the IT support to all government departments at the center and state levels. There would be creation of Chief Information Officers in 10 key ministries. The positions of the Chief Information Officers would be created at least at 10 key ministries so that the various e-governance projects should be designed and they will be developed and implemented faster. Department of Electronics and Technology, that is DITY, would create necessary senior positions within the department for managing the program. The central ministries, departments and the state governments would have, however, overall responsibility for the implementation of various mission mode and other projects under this program. Now let us see what are the program management structures. The program and management structure would be established for monitoring implementation, and the key components of the management structure would consist of Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs for according approval to the projects, a monitoring committee which would be headed by the Prime Minister himself, and there would be external website that opens in a new window, and there would be a Digital India Advisory Group which would be chaired by the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, and there will be an Apex Committee that would be chaired by the Cabinet Secretary, and finally there will be Expenditure Finance Committee on non-plan expenditure. To conclude, Digital India concept in its vision and mission were very well put to our countrymen by the Prime Minister Modi in his persuasive and articulated manner. The extract of his speech is provided here. I dream of Digital India where high-speed digital highways invite the nation. I dream of Digital India where 1.2 billion people are connected to drive the innovation. I dream of Digital India where knowledge is the strength and it empowers the people. I dream of Digital India where access to information knows no barriers. I dream of Digital India where government is open and governance is transparent. I dream of Digital India where technology ensures the citizen-government interface is incorruptible. I dream of India where government services are easily and efficiently available to citizens on mobile devices. I dream of Digital India where government proactively engages with the people through social media. I dream of India where quality education reaches the most inaccessible corners driven by digital learning. I dream of Digital India where quality health care percolates right up to the remotest regions, which is powered by the e-health care facilities. I dream of Digital India where farmers are empowered with the real-time information to be connected with the global markets. I dream of India where mobile-enabled emergency services ensure personal security. I dream of India where cyber security becomes an integral part of our national security. I dream of India where mobile and e-banking ensures a financial inclusion. I dream of a Digital India where e-commerce driven entrepreneurship. I dream of a Digital India where the world looks at India for the next big idea.